Hello and welcome back to the last Brisas Chicago Polo 12 Goal Challenge. And today we have G squared, Larry, Aschebrook, Juan Martin, Gutierrez, Juan Martin, Obregon and Matias, Obregon lining up undefeated, and they play against Brook Polo, Herndon, Radcliff, Horacio, Onetto, Tommy Collingwood and Jim Drury playing at back. 1 win, 1 defeat, Brook. 2 wins already there for G squared, and straight away out of a play comes Obregon, just lining up there, looking to get an early touch on the ball, but straight away G squared able to take it away and send it down the ground. But Tommy Collingwood is there. Tommy Collingwood here for Brook Polo, turning it round here in the green on the boards. In front of him is Onetto, Horacio Onetto waiting for a pass, but it's just left behind by Collingwood and picked up now by Obregon. Obregon with a little touch towards the goal, but there again is Tommy Collingwood, called for the open backhand. Turned away, looking for a run of Drury, but it's into space and it's going to be picked up now by Obregon. Obregon turns it round. Behind him is Juan Martin. It's Matias, Obregon with the shot. Draws in the first whistle. And it's going to be a close penalty to be taken here for G squared. Matias, Obregon to take. Obregon with the penalty early on, and G squared do have an early lead here. Receiving a goal from the penalty spot, so just under a minute played, and it is the team in white who lead. Backed away there though by Brook Polo, looking to come strong out the line out. Back straight to them by Juan Martin. Obregon down the ground now, looking for his second goal in quick succession as Matias. Obregon chasing him hard at the back door. Good play that is by Radcliff. Radcliff told to take his time. Ball just taking towards the boards, turns it round in front of Matias. Obregon sticks in the air, so space for Gutierrez to come in. On that line as well is Tommy Collingwood. All the players come into a little bit of a heap, and this one goes in favour of Brook Polo. Looking to get underway quickly here with Collingwood. Collingwood leaves it now. Sorry, now it's Collingwood. Collingwood to his left-hand side goes Radcliff. And Netto's up there as well. Jim Drury looking to help out on some defence as Collingwood just taps the ball down the ground. Finding Radcliff. Radcliff with the long drive, but they're at the back. The ever-reliable so far in this 12-goal challenge. Matias Obregon at the back door. Turns it round, using there the blocker in Aschebrook, still there with Matias Obregon. Juan Martin went to his left-hand side, but Matias just shows a lot of a play there to Onetto, who's able to go back in defence and take the ball with him, using Radcliff as a blocker. Coming from on the near side, though, is Obregon. Matias Obregon, big cut shot towards the goal. Has he found the angle? It's going to roll close. It's heading right up towards the goal, but clearing it away in front and taking it across the goal there is Horacio Onetto. Onetto under pressure straight away from Matias Obregon, but Onetto is able to just manipulate a little bit of space for himself, sending it down the ground, looking for teammate Collingwood, but instead it's going to be Onetto again on the near side, continuing to take it up to Matias Obregon, who comes back and takes it back over the halfway line. Tail backhand played, looking for Juan Martin. Juan Martin picks it up, but draws the whistle. Tommy Collingwood it was coming down that line. Onetto with the 60, drives it straight, and the defenders couldn't do anything about that, and we are all tied up halfway through this opening chukker. Players back for middle, ball in play. Juan Martin looking to get there in front of Tommy Collingwood, who backed it for Herndon Radcliff. Radcliff now picks it up. Behind him to his left is Onetto. Tommy Collingwood's there as well. Jim Drury goes down the ground, but it's eventually left behind. But again, the umpires pull them to a stop. There's going to be a spot hit for G squared. Matias Obregon sends it out to the left-hand side, looking for Juan Martin. Look how the players in front of him, both Matias Gutierrez and Larry Aschebrook, just create the space for Juan Martin Obregon now to come through. This time uses Matias as the blocker, but the umpires saying there that Tommy Collingwood pushed the player across the line. So it's going to be a close penalty for Matias Obregon. Ooh, no, it did go in. It just looked like the goal judge was having a look, but it is in. So G squared lead 2-1. Players back in the middle. Ball is in play. Who's going to pick it up here? It's there again with Matias Obregon using Aschebrook there as the blocker. Then getting to him is Horacio Onetto, but it's still there with Matias Obregon. Looking to get some speed up here with a couple of minutes remaining in this opening chukker. Look for Juan Martin down the boards. That's where the ball is heading. He's being chased by Onetto, but it's going to go all the way through for Aschebrook. Larry Aschebrook hooked up the play. Sorry, no, that was Gutierrez. Gutierrez just put it on the doorstep. It was Juan Martin Obregon, a combination of the two, who got it over the line in the end. Ball goes back in play. Picked up here by Collingwood. 3-1 now. 2 goals separate these two sides. Just over a minute remaining here in this opening chuck as it's picked up in defence by Radcliff. Radcliff left behind for Gutierrez. Gutierrez now sensible back, looking to start an attack here at the end of the chukker. The umpires again blow the whistle. This time in favour of Brook Polo. And it's going to be there with Onetto. Taking it up towards Gutierrez. Behind Onetto will come Radcliff. Radcliff now, Tommy Collingwood picks up possession. Just tapping it, using Drury as the blocker there on Juan Martin Obregon. Still though, Collingwood. Umpires say use it. Collingwood strikes it up down the ground looking for Drury. Didn't quite have the length, so it's going to be a gain. Juan Martin Obregon in defence. Sends it down the ground, looking for the runner in Gutierrez, and Gutierrez has plenty of space. It's Gutierrez with green grass in front of him, taking it up towards the 60. He's being chased hard by Radcliff, but it's Gutierrez. One shot away. It's a beautiful approach shot. Can he find the finishing touch? Yes, he can. A beautiful goal. Second in a row there for Gutierrez. Players back in. There will be time for one more play. There goes the buzzer for the end of the first chuck, and it's going to be picked up here by Matias Obregon, taking it up towards Radcliff. Radcliff waits. What an opening chucker this has been for the team in white, as it's left now for Juan Martin Gutierrez. Obregon. Juan Martin Obregon sends it down the ground, looking for runners, but it's into the pony, and it sticks there now with Onetto. Onetto went for the backhand. The umpires blow the whistle, and that is the end of our opening chukker. And it's been a good one for G Squared. They lead the game 4-1. So chukker gets underway with a 60-yarder. Matias Obregon sends it down towards the goal. It's just got stopped there at the front. Backhand first by Gutierrez, then by Larry Aschebrook, and this time it's Larry Aschebrook who scores. And this G-Squared team are looking very good at the early stages of this contest. Brook Polo unable to contain them for the time being, but what can they do now with Captain Tommy Collingwood on the ball? Collingwood hooks Juan Martin Obregon out the play. Still here with Tommy Collingwood. Just manipulates a bit of space for himself. Now sends the little flick pass down the ground, looking for the runner in Onetto. But there in defence is Matias Obregon, using Aschebrook well as the blocker there, and able to turn it round and face the goal. Matias Obregon. Play comes to a stop. Picked up now by Juan Martin. Juan Martin still waiting with him there was Onetto in space, looking for Matias. Matias just uses his skill in front of Collingwood, but the pressure was enough. Coming down that line, it was Aschebrook. And it's going to be Onetto with the tap. Takes it up towards Gutierrez. Gutierrez just waits patiently, forcing Onetto out wide. Good defence initially here by G Squared, but it's a beautiful neck shot by Onetto, and it's got to be cleared there by Matias Obregon, who does well on the back line, using the blocker there in Juan Martin as well. Juan Martin with the tap. Taken off them all though by Collingwood. Collingwood now, they need one here to Brook Polo. Get a bit of momentum in this game with Collingwood, using their Onetto as the blocker. The umpires once again blow the whistle. So game continuing in a little bit of a stop-start fashion. This time it's in favour of Brook Polo. 30-yarder for Horacio Onetto. No mistake at all. 5-2 now. And the umpires continuing to talk to the players. I think they said there was a player in front of Onetto, so it's just not going right for Brook Polo at the moment. 2 minutes played here in the second chukker. There with Juan Martin Obregon in for pony, and it's going to be picked up now by Onetto with the backhand. Picked up now by Larry Aschebrook. Aschebrook taking the ball down into space. He's being chased by Collingwood. Look at the blocking work being done by Matias Obregon to take away Tommy Collingwood. So it's still there with Larry Aschebrook. Behind him is Juan Martin Obregon. And it will be him who comes on for play. But the umpires again bringing us to a stop. Here is Horacio Onetto. Takes it down the boards. Waiting for him is Gutierrez. Left now for Collingwood. Collingwood drives it long down the ground. He was looking for run of Radcliff, but in defence is Matias Obregon. Tail backhand played, looking for returning Aschebrook, but it's going to be picked up instead by Collingwood. Collingwood here for Brook Polo, looking to get ahead of steam here for the team in green. Collingwood on the right hand side of Onetto. Lovely setup play here by Tommy Collingwood as he takes it into the 30. Big bump and a ride off there, but it's going towards the goal. A beautiful effort there by Tommy Collingwood. The goal is scored. And Oakbrook go back to the middle of the ground. Picked up now by Juan Martin Obregon. Halfway through this second chucker. Juan Martin just tapping it, sends it long down the ground, looking for a runner, and somehow it's going to be Gutierrez in space. Can he get there before the back line? Just beaten to it. It was a lovely spot there by Juan Martin Obregon, but he just got too much power on the ball. So it's going to be a knock-in for Brook Polo. Tapping the ball into play here is Onetto. Going on to a fresh pony behind him is Radcliff. So it's Tommy Collingwood now to pick up possession in front of Juan Martin Obregon. Ball sent long down the ground by Collingwood. But over there in defence again is Obregon. Obregon called for the near side backhand by Juan Martin. Juan Martin, though, unable to turn onto the line in front of Collingwood, who hits a beautiful tail backhand to Radcliff. Radcliff sending Onetto down the ground. Still here with Herndon Radcliff in between Gutierrez and Obregon. Big bump and a ride off by Gutierrez. Called for the tail backhand. Hits it into space, but turning first there is Collingwood. Collingwood picks it up. Open backhand. Looking for Onetto. Good interplay there between the number 3 and the number 2 for Brook Polo. Here is Horacio Onetto taking it up towards Gutierrez. With the hook there was Matias Obregon. Again, the whistle's been blown. And there's going to be a 30-yarder here to be taken by Onetto. With the 30, easy as you like, the goal is scored, and suddenly from 5-1 down, 2 goals in succession. Brook Polo beginning to make their way back into this contest. Ball in play. Picked up here by Collingwood. Collingwood with the tap. Can they make it 5-4 and make it a 1-goal game heading into the third chucker? It's sent long down the ground, but using the blocker there well in Aschebrook was Matias Obregon. He hits the tail backhand looking for Juan Martin. Juan Martin picks it up in front of Radcliff and Tommy Collingwood. Tommy Collingwood comes in. Oh, he's stolen the ball. Superb play by Tommy Collingwood, who turns it round. There's going to be another chance here for Brook Polo. Collingwood about 70 from goal. Drives it long, looking for the post, but this time wide for right-hand side. So it will be G squared. Under pressure in this second chucker. Having been in such control, they'll be keen to regain momentum here. Undefeated, of course, in this tournament out of the first 2 games. Finals taking place this coming Sunday. All the games, of course, on Polo Line TV. But the umpires stop them before they can get going. They're just going to award a roll in here. Went for third man, no foul given. Ball is back in play, about 5 yards from the goal, being attacked here by Brook Polo. G squared need it, and they have it with Juan Martin Obregon. Taking it to the left-hand side, then for right-hand side. Lovely control close up here. Then he goes left again, and it goes to Gutierrez. Gutierrez picks it up in space. Being chased there by Tommy Collingwood, who spots for danger, goes back, called for a tail backhand, but chooses to keep it himself here. Tommy Collingwood in front of Gutierrez. Uses Radcliff there as a blocker. Turns it back right. Lovely play between Collingwood and Radcliff. Tommy Collingwood. There is Juan Martin Obregon. Collingwood just checking out of it to give himself a line, and the umpires award this one in favour of Brook Polo. Penalty from the centre of the ground. And it's going to be Onetto Again, behind him it comes Collingwood. Oh, but it's stolen off them both by Juan Martin Obregon. He turns it round, and it could be them who have a chance late on in the second chukker. Here is Obregon. He leaves it now for Gutierrez. Gutierrez has Matias Obregon behind him as he sends Juan Martin down the ground. Matias now. There goes the buzzer. So 30 seconds left to play in the second chukker. Looking for a runner in Gutierrez. Looking to get ahead of steam. Tommy Collingwood comes back quick on the near side. Finds a backhand. Beautiful clearing backhand by Collingwood. Looking to turn on to a counter. Now it's a case of Onetto against the clock and also Matias Obregon. Obregon called for the open backhand. Some great defensive play again, and it's suddenly a trio of G-squared players turning onto it, and it's Juan Martin Obregon with the next shot towards the goal. He is looking for Onetto, but they just run out of time, so it will be the end of the second chukker, and it was a better one for Oakbrook. They just trail by 2, 5-3. Umpires roll the ball in, get the third chukker underway. And it's going to be picked up here by Juan Martin. Juan Martin looking to get a goal as quickly as he can here. Umpires blow the whistle. And it's going to be close for G-squared riding into the backhand. Matias Obregon with the 30-yarder, easy as you like, through the goal. And it is G-squared who lead a game by 3, 6-3. Players come back to the centre. Ball back in play. Out the back of the line-out. Juan Martin Obregon will look to pick it up, but it's just got stuck there and instead will fall between Onetto and Matias Obregon. Matias gets a backhand there now for Aschebrook. Aschebrook with a lovely little tail flick, but Tommy Collingwood has spotted the danger. He goes back and puts some distance on his tail backhand, but there in defence, under pressure from Drury, is Matias. Matias Obregon still. Drury looks to chase him. Obregon, good play that was by Jim Drury, and it's going to be left now for Onetto. Onetto, oh, he's left it behind and picked up now by Juan Martin. Juan Martin, Matias comes behind him, now goes to his right hand side, still though with Juan Martin Obregon, opens up the shoulders, sends a beautiful cut shot down the centre of the field. He's got plenty of distance on it, and it's going to be picked up now by Matias. Matias sends the ball down the ground. He's got Gutierrez looking to get to Radcliff, but Radcliff looks like he's just going to be quick enough to stop Gutierrez and get enough on the open backhand just to make life interesting. And now turning on for play was Onetto. Leaves it now for Collingwood. Collingwood takes it up towards Matias Obregon. Sends it out left, looking for Radcliff on the counter. Radcliff now will pick it up in front of Aschebrook. Aschebrook coming back, but it's still there with Herndon. Radcliff getting the hook there. No, it's still there with Radcliff. Radcliff making his way up to the 60. Can he be stopped by Gutierrez? Gutierrez, good defensive play by Gutierrez. Called off the play. Jim Drury's going to have a chance. Drury with a little tap towards the goal, but breathing down his neck was Obregon, turning it around in front of his own goal. To his right-hand side goes Gutierrez. Still, though, with Obregon appealing for the foul. The umpires have a look. Not happy with the angle there, but Radcliff came in. So it's going to be a penalty from the centre of the ground. Long drive by Matias Obregon, sending it right up into space. And somehow Gutierrez managed to escape all the attention of the defence. Gutierrez always left it left. What a chance. But he just left it left. Couldn't quite finish. I think he was even surprised by the amount of space he had. So it's going to be Brook Polo with the ball on the back line. What a let-off for the team in green. So here is Onetto looking to get us back underway. Behind him it comes Radcliff. Tommy Collingwood not far away either. Still there with Horacio. Onetto. Watch the run of Collingwood. Collingwood wants the pass and it's sent down the ground. One further as well, looking for Drury. Coming down the line is Collingwood in defence. Nothing there that Matias Obregon could do, so Drury picks up the space. Here is Tommy Collingwood. Tommy Collingwood now with the drive towards the goal. Little tap. Oh, it's this time it's them who've left it on the goal. Wide to the right-hand side. What a chance there for Brook Polo to pull one back. With 6-3 it remains. A couple of big chances for either side. Umpire's cool play. Brought in here by Obregon. Just over 3 minutes remaining here in the half. Sent down the ground looking for Gutierrez came through there, was Radcliff. Good hook by Gutierrez to give it now to Juan Obregon. Juan Martin sends it down the ground, giving himself another shot as he takes on Drury. It's good defensive play by Drury to take away Juan Obregon. And can he get the backhand as well? Just leaves it behind, so it's going to be Juan Martin. Surely this is a goal here for G squared. It is indeed, 7-3. Great play there by Juan Obregon. Just knowing the bounce of the ball was going to make life difficult for defensive teams, so waited, bided his time. 7-3. A few players off changing, so looking to get away with it quickly there is G squared and Gutierrez. Gutierrez left it behind, picked up there by Radcliff. Gutierrez didn't give up the chase though, got the hook and comes away with the ball. Now called for the tail backhand, but it's in for crowd and backed away there by Collingwood. Picked up though in defence, so reliable in this position. Matias Obregon sends it long down the ground, looking for Gutierrez on the run, who again has found space, but he's unable to pick it up first time. Reaches behind him, but the umpires say the line was with Collingwood. Spot hit penalty here for Brook Polo. Collingwood takes it up towards Onetto. Long drive to the left-hand side by Collingwood. Into space. There in defence again is Matias Obregon. Backhand played, looking for Juan Martin to pick it up in front of Radcliff. Juan Martin turns it round, faces. He's got Aschebrook in front of him. To his left-hand side goes Matias Obregon. Matias will get there in a little bit of space. Keeps it slow though, looking to see where Juan Martin goes. Juan Martin, first of all, provided a blocker, then the attacking option. Still here with Matias. Sends it down the ground, looking to make it 8 here, but he just left behind. Picked up now by Juan Martin. Juan Martin, waiting for him is Radcliff. Bounce of the ball made life difficult for Juan Martin. Picked up now by Matias, and the attack continues. Juan Martin provides a blocker, so Matias looks to give it back to Juan Martin. Good defensive play by Radcliff, just to slow down G squared for a second, but there is Juan Martin. Little chip shot towards the goal, but it's just wide for right-hand side. Final minute of this first half, and it is still 7-3. G squared in control, but they've left a couple of goals on the field here. So Brook Polo not out of it yet. Still here with Collingwood. Collingwood thought about going left. Instead looks to take on Gutierrez to the right. Gutierrez needs to get the man here before Collingwood can get some speed going. Collingwood has got away. No, good hook there by Gutierrez, but the umpire saying he hadn't quite got round. Onetto with the 30 through the goal. And they have pulled one back. 7-4. We'll see if we have time for one more play in this half. It looks like we will. Ball goes in play. Out the back of the line out. Turning first onto it was Matias Obregon with the backhand. Looking for Juan Martin. There is Drury. First buzzer has gone. Picked up now by Gutierrez. Gutierrez sends the ball down the ground, looking for a run of Aschebrook at the front. It's going to be Larry Aschebrook. Bounce of the ball just beat him. So turning onto it now, surviving the scare is Onetto. 10 seconds here before the second buzzer goes. How far down the ground can Brook Polo go with Onetto? Sends it out to the right-hand side, looking for Collingwood. Collingwood gets plenty of distance on it, and that will be the end of the half. And it's been G squared still in the lead, 7-4. The last Brisas Chicago Polo 12-goal challenge. Coming then into the fourth Chiaka. Ball back in play. Picked up there by Onetto. Looking for Collingwood. Collingwood unable to get much distance. Open backhand play there. Oh, taken out the air superbly by Radcliff. Then just leaves it behind. Collingwood waiting on that line. Drew in Matias Obregon. Umpires just confirming the decision. Third man in the stand. And they have, in the end, decided Collingwood had that line. Through comes Onetto with the 30-yarder. Hardly missed a shot throughout this tournament. Horacio Onetto so lethal from those possessions. 7-5 and suddenly game back on. Just 2 goals separating these sides. Looking to stop any potential comeback though is Gutierrez. Gutierrez with the tap to his left-hand side. Looking for Obregon. With the backhand though is Collingwood. Turning first here is Matias Obregon. Matias takes it to his right-hand side. He looks for Gutierrez to pick it up. Gutierrez now taking it up towards both Drury and Onetto. Radcliff just floating behind, forcing Gutierrez into the next shot. The first one into a pony, but Gutierrez will come again. He's up close to that back line. It just left behind, picked up by Matias Obregon. Has he found the angle? Not quite. Goes over the back line. So Brook Polo will have possession here. Umpire's cool play. Here is Collingwood. Collingwood sends it to right-hand side, looking for a run of Onetto. Onetto and Collingwood, the interplay there, but they're going back in defence with the backhand was Gutierrez. Gutierrez unable to find Matias Obregon at the first chance. Ball left behind though, so through comes Aschebrook. Turning onto the line was Radcliff. We'll see which way the umpires give this one. It does go in favour of Brook Polo. It was Radcliff who had the line. Tommy Collingwood in a hurry to get going here. Collingwood with the tap to the right hand side. Herndon Radcliff goes to his right, and now Collingwood puts a bit of distance on the ball. Radcliff looking to get there in front of Obregon. Obregon, little open backhand flick. On the turn though, again is Larry Aschebrook this time, but it's just left behind. Picked up here by Onetto under pressure from Juan Martin. Behind him comes Herndon Radcliff. Next shot by Onetto up towards the goal. Doesn't quite have the distance on it though, so it's going to be a chance here to be cleared by Matias Obregon, hitting it down the boards. There first though is Tommy Collingwood. Juan Martin is there, just flicks it up over the boards. So that will be Brook Polo ball. Just trailing by 2 goals then. Just under 3 minutes played here in this fourth chukker. And with Collingwood on the ball from about 70 yards out, there's a real chance here for them to pull it back into 1 goal. Here is Collingwood. Collingwood to right hand side of Juan Martin. There in defence as well is Gutierrez, but it's still there with Collingwood, unable to capitalise, left behind. Who turns onto it first? It's going to be Radcliff. Radcliff with the next shot into the crowd. It's not gone through, and it's going to be cleared away firstly by Gutierrez. He's hooked out the play by Onetto. Onetto now has to be quick as Juan Martin comes on for play, and again G squared survive. There with Juan Martin, and the umpires blow the whistle. Real chance then for Brook Polo to pull it back to just 1 goal, but instead it's a penalty 5B for G squared. Sends it long down the ground, looking for Gutierrez on the run, but there, quick in defence this time, is Tommy Collingwood. Collingwood appealing for the space. The umpires say clear white, so here again is Collingwood. Just takes it for right hand side. To his left goes Radcliff. To his right is Onetto. Still here with Tommy Collingwood. Collingwood there in front of Juan Martin. Juan Martin putting on the pressure as Collingwood now goes in between Obregon and Gutierrez. Gutierrez keeping Tommy Collingwood honest. Just tapping the ball up over the halfway line. Making good ground here is Tommy Collingwood. Eventually Gutierrez got the tap, and there could be a chance to counter, but the umpires again pull the play to a stop. And it's a close penalty again for Onetto. Horacio Onetto with the drive, the 60-yarder, but it's stopped at the front by Obregon. Turning it around is Juan Martin. Watch a runner down the centre of the ground here in Gutierrez. Gutierrez wants to pass and he gets it from Obregon. Gutierrez near side, bounce just let him down. It's going to be now here in defence with Collingwood. Collingwood unable to bring it under his spell, and there in defence now is Onetto. Onetto called for a tail backhand. Spotting it though was Obregon, and he just creates the line for himself, taking it up towards Radcliff. He's got players all making moves in front of him now as Obregon turns it round. Umpires say use it, sends it to his right hand side, looking there close for Matias. There though is Tommy Collingwood. Matias Obregon had spun back round and comes on for play now. Lovely interplay there between Matias and Juan Martin. Juan Martin will take it up into a 60-yarder. Chasing him back in defence is Collingwood, but Juan Martin Obregon gets through, but just too close to the back line. Goes wide to the left. Just over 2 minutes remaining then. It is still 7-5 in favour of G squared. Tommy Collingwood brings it back in. Sends it to his right-hand side, looking for a runner in Jim Drury. There in defence, though, both Matias and Juan Martin, but it's stolen off then by Radcliff. Radcliff could be gone. Bounce of the ball just made him reach back in front of him, but he's got it again. There is Herndon Radcliff with the approach shot towards the goal. He's been chased hard, but he just left it behind on the near side and picked up now by Juan Martin Obregon. The confidence to take it back towards his own goal. Under pressure from Onetto. Open backhand played, looking for Gutierrez on... Sorry, no, Matias Obregon on the turn. Minute and a half remaining here in the fourth chukker. Matias Obregon. Juan Martin comes in behind, calls Matias off for play. Juan Martin now picks it up, sends Matias down the ground. G squared making their way down the line. Umpire's not happy with the angle of a ride-off. Gutierrez was in there, but he went a little bit behind the saddle. So it will be Matias Obregon, 60-yard penalty. Matias drives it towards the goal. It's going to go close, and it's a little deflection there off Larry Aschebrook. He gets the score, and 8-5. The 60-yarder was just going wide. Good play, though, by Aschebrook just to put it in, and it is again 8-5. Brook Polo. Tommy Collingwood takes it up. Can he put it back to within 2 before the end of this fourth chukker? Still here with Collingwood. Collingwood to the right-hand side there. Again, the umpire's not happy with the angles of the ride-off there. This time, though, it's going in favour of Brook Polo. Onetto walks up to it. 30-yarder. You know the score. 8-6. Horacio Onetto doesn't miss from that distance. And Brook Polo pull it back to within 2. 5 seconds remaining before we hear the first buzzer. There is the backhand played there. Can they make it a 1-goal game going in for 5th? And it is going to be a real chance here for Onetto as we hear that first buzzer go. He's got an angle to work with as Obregon comes back. So Onetto has to be clever here, but it was just a little near side flick by Matias. Returned there as well by Radcliff. There is Jim Drury, but the umpires blow the whistle. And that will be the end of a fourth. 2 chukkers left in this game. G squared 8. Brook Polo 6. So 2 chukkers left. G squared. Matias. Behind him is Juan Martin. Still here with Matias Obregon. Sends the ball down the ground. He's looking for a run of Larry Aschebrook at the front. But it's backed away there by Tommy Collingwood. But turning first is Juan Martin. Juan Martin under pressure straight away from Onetto. But it's still there with Juan Martin Obregon. Look how he just creates the left, then the right, creating the line. The umpires say use it, and he does. A forward motion play there by Juan Martin Obregon. Up over the halfway line. Taking it now up towards Radcliff. He's got Onetto there as well, so chooses to leave. Look for Gutierrez, make him run towards the goal. Not quite the clean shot that Matias was looking for, so here in defence is Collingwood. Collingwood drawing in the hook. Takes it round in front of Juan Martin. Tommy Collingwood, good play by him. Going for the full swing. The umpires didn't like the position of Juan Martin, so it's going to be a penalty from the centre of the ground, and Tommy Collingwood looks to get going quickly here, taking it to the left-hand side of Gutierrez. In as well comes Juan Martin. Good play by Collingwood. Behind him as well was Radcliff, and the umpires, I think, blew the second man there. So will be Onetto with the shot towards the goal, and again, 8-7 now, and suddenly it's a 1-goal game. 5-1, remember, they trailed at the end of the first, but since then they've just been edging away into that lead. 8-7. Picked up again. Brook Polo in the green with the blue slash really have the momentum in this game at the moment. What can G squared do to curb that here with Juan Martin Obregon? Tommy Collingwood comes up towards Juan Martin. Juan Martin. Long drive down the ground. Beautiful drive by Juan Martin Obregon looking for Aschebrook and Gutierrez. It's going to drop down inside the 30. It's a Herndon Radcliff with the backhand into the ponies, and it's going to be a goal here surely for Brook Polo. Gutierrez. Oh, it's met by Herndon Radcliff. It was who was there. The umpires have blown a whistle. They're having a look at this. Right there in front of the goal. And they've given a penalty in favour of Brook Polo. The 60-yarder hit just wide to the right. I think it was a safety 60 coming off a defending player's stick. Couldn't convert, so 8-7 it stays. Here is Collingwood. Collingwood sends it out left. Looking for Radcliff, but it's picked up by Juan Martin. Juan Martin goes right to give himself a line. Radcliff and Onetto there in there. Good blocking work by Aschebrook. Sent down the ground by Juan Martin. He's looking for Gutierrez, but Gutierrez can't again get there in time. Just wide to the left-hand side. It's a good couple of minutes of pressure here by G squared. They do have the lead. But just for one goal now, Tommy Collingwood. Brings us back into play. Down the centre of the ground is Onetto. Still here with Tommy Collingwood. He's being watched closely there by Gutierrez. Gutierrez just forcing Collingwood out right here towards the boards. Looks down the ground. Has a look to see where the players are. It is a lovely drive down. Looking for a run of Onetto. There in defence though was Juan Martin. Turning onto it first is Aschebrook. Larry Aschebrook with the shot now. Looking to take on Tommy Collingwood. Collingwood gets a hook. He gets the ball as well. We're halfway through the fifth and penultimate chukker here. Tommy Collingwood turns around and faces. Will he be able to tie us up here for the first time in this game? Still here with Tommy Collingwood using their Onetto as a blocker. To his left-hand side goes Jim Drury. It's into the pony though, so Collingwood is going to have to turn and start again. Here is Tommy Collingwood. Taking it up towards Obregon. Sends it out to the left-hand side looking for Radcliff. Radcliff in front of Juan Martin. Obregon still here with Herndon. Radcliff left behind and backed away superbly there by Juan Martin. Turning into the line was Matias, and the umpires don't like where Tommy Collingwood came from. Again having a chat just to confirm, and it will be a penalty from the centre of the ground. Umpires call play. Tapped up the ground here by Matias. Behind him is Juan Martin. Juan Martin to the left-hand side, looking for Matias again. Matias on the near side coming through. Sends it down the ground, but there in defence is Collingwood. Collingwood called for the tail backhand. Looking for a run of Onetto, but closing down his angle there is Juan Martin. Juan Martin, Obregon. We've got 2.5 minutes remaining here in this fifth and penultimate chukker. Can G Squared get the 2-goal lead back? Left behind now for Matias. Matias chooses to take it left. Behind him is Aschebrook. Matias Obregon right there on the back line has just run out of space. So it will be Brook Polo to come again. Tommy Collingwood has a look. Remember, G Squared undefeated in this tournament so far. 2 victories. 1 victory and 1 defeat for Brook Polo as Tommy Collingwood has support in Onetto behind him. Good blocking play there by Drury just to take away Gutierrez. Left behind now for Onetto. Onetto drives it down into the centre of ground. Tommy Collingwood's got to be quick to get there, but there is Gutierrez. Gutierrez had no play. Good play by Tommy Collingwood, and Tommy Collingwood has a chance here to tie us up, but he was stopped illegally, say the umpires. So it will be Onetto again. Onetto with drive, 30-yarder through the goal, and we are all tied up here. 8 goals all. Umpires call play. Players back in the centre. Who's going to pick it up? It is there with Matias. 1 minute remaining here in the fifth. Matias Obregon. Umpires say the space is good here for Juan Martin. Juan Martin picks it up now to the right hand side of Onetto. Leaves it now for Matias. Matias sends it down looking for the continued Juan Martin. Juan Martin on the near side, beaten to it by Collingwood. Left behind now for Aschebrook, looking to take on Tommy Collingwood again. Tommy Collingwood so strong in defence there, takes away Aschebrook and has the ball as well, and it's turned round now for Brook Polo. Tommy Collingwood looking to get his side in the lead. Leaves it behind though, and it's going to be picked up by Juan Martin Obregon. Obregon. In comes Onetto. Onetto steals it away, but the umpires again bring play to a stop. Spot penalty for G Squared. Obregon, Matias. Behind him is Juan Martin. Just over 15 seconds. Can either side make it count and give themselves the advantage going into the last chukker? Juan Martin with the next shot leaves it behind. The chance was there and it's going to be cleared away. Oh, umpires felt Tommy Collingwood did not have enough space to come through there, so it will be Matias Obregon with the 30. No mistake, and it is 9 goals to 8 in favour of G Squared, so they will go into the 6th and final chukker with a slender lead, but it is a lead nonetheless. Brook Polo, they've come back into this game though. Can they find it once more? So last chukker of this game, 5-1 G Squared led after the first chukker. But since then, Brook Polo have been the team with the better of the game, but they still do trail by 1. 7 minutes left of play. Picked up now by Onetto. Onetto reaches out behind him. Can't quite pick it up. Just got his stick stuck in the horse's tail there as well. And it's a penalty in favour of Brook Polo. Collingwood drives it. Has he tied us back up? It's wide, but I think it may have come off a defending player's stick. Nope, the umpires have a look and they're happy, but it is going to be G squared with the ball on the back line. Big period of play coming up now in this final chucker. Sent to the right-hand side by Matias. Oh, he's left it short. There could be a chance here for Brook Polo. Good play by Collingwood, but couldn't quite get the touch on the play. Onetto in between Obregon and Gutierrez. Bung it away. Again, the umpires. Big one to decide there. It's all about where the ball was as Collingwood came onto it, and it has been given in favour of Onetto. So a chance to tie us right back up again. Onetto with the 30. Oh, just wide. Just wide. What a chance that was for Horacio Onetto to tie it back up, as we've been saying throughout this game. So dangerous from that 30-yard penalty spot throughout the tournament, but just when it mattered, went wide for right-hand side. Now, Juan Martin looking to pick it up. He's on a flyer here in this sixth chucker. Juan Martin, he's got past Onetto. Now looking to take on Collingwood, but Collingwood had the speed and the strength to match, so it's a chance now for Onetto to bring it away in defence. Onetto just toying there with a trio of G-squared players. Onetto away from Juan Martin. Now away from Aschebrook as well. Juan Martin not giving up the chase. Got the hook and gets the ball as well in front of Collingwood. Good blocking work by Aschebrook it was to take away Collingwood. So Juan Martin, Obregon now looking to take on Horacio Onetto and Radcliff in defence. Picked up now by Gutierrez. Gutierrez puts it right there in front of the goal. It's a race now. Gutierrez beaten to it by Collingwood. Superb little tail backhand, but it's there with Juan Martin Obregon. They've all just managed to leave it behind, and eventually Juan Martin comes through. Juan Martin scores the goal. 10 goals to 8 now. G squared puts some daylight between the sides. Couple of chances there and eventually put away. 5 minutes remaining in this game. 10-8. Can Brook Polo do it again? Brook, they have the chance with Collingwood. Collingwood now taking on, oh, look at the speed of Tommy Collingwood. He's away. 30 yards cut shot. Tommy Collingwood with the approach shot. Can he find the finisher? There is Matias Obregon with the backhand into the air. And it's going to be Gutierrez to clear it. Gutierrez. There is Aschebrook now. Aschebrook comes in front of Onetto. The umpires said Onetto had the line. So a chance here from the 60. Collingwood taking over the duties. Collingwood drives it hard, long, along the ground. And it's through the goal. Tommy Collingwood just sneaks it in. Pulls it back to within 1. Game on here in this sixth and final chucker. 10-9. Ball there for Obregon. Couldn't quite find it. So it's there with Collingwood. Collingwood gets the decision in his favour. Collingwood taps it. Look how Radcliff waits there for Gutierrez. Thought about blocking the man. Chooses to go behind Tommy Collingwood instead. Tommy Collingwood now to right-hand side. He looks to go. Called off the play by Radcliff. Radcliff gives it back to Tommy Collingwood, who takes away the man and picks up the play as well. Tommy Collingwood, the captain for Brook Polo. Looking to tie us up here. Good defensive play by Gutierrez as Tommy Collingwood. Lovely little flick underneath his pony. Still there with Tommy Collingwood. Just looking to drive his way through the defending players there. Ball heads up towards the back line. Kept in play. Collingwood leaves it now for Onetto. Onetto there taking on 2 G-squared players. In comes Radcliff. Radcliff, can he find the goal? There in defence, unable to do anything, and Radcliff has tied us up again. A good couple of minutes there for Brook Polo, and from 10-8 down, they brought it back to 10-all. Just refusing to give up in this game. 2 minutes remain. Just over. There is Radcliff. Radcliff looking to go, but the umpires pull him to a stop. Frustration though for Brook Polo as they decide no foul. So ball goes back in play. Goes up now for, well, in a bit of a muddle. Picked up by Collingwood. Collingwood keeps it close. Sends it to the left-hand side. He is looking for Radcliff. Radcliff will get there in front of Matias Obregon. Still there with Herndon Radcliff. In comes Juan Martin. The backup is good though with Onetto. Onetto now, who will get the goal to put themselves in front right at the end of this game. Is it going to be the undefeated G squared, or can Brook Polo do it? Cleared away, and it's going to be, oh, Juan Martin was nearly gone. Left behind though, Tommy Collingwood comes on for play. Deflects off a pony. Radcliff is there. Tail backhand, looking to give it back to Collingwood. Eventually goes down the boards. Collingwood, tail backhand, looking for Onetto. It's desperate defence here for G squared as Gutierrez. Oh, he's left it behind. Collingwood will get there. No, Juan Martin, lovely clearing backhand. Surely the Nets goal is going to win this game. Tail backhand by Radcliff to be picked up here by Matias Obregon. Matias and G squared. Oh, they again just left the ball behind the field. Just getting a little bit bouncy here in this Chuckers. We've got a bit of a tumble. Off the play there. Jim Drury it is, but it looks like he's up, back on his feet. No foul, so it will just be a roll in. So we really are getting into the final stages now. Sportingly given back to G squared, who were in possession when Drury took the full. So there is Juan Martin into space, looking for Gutierrez, but just left a little bit short. We're into the final minute now. Lovely little dummy backhand by Collingwood. Collingwood now turns to face. Can Tommy Collingwood do it? Now's when you need your captain. And is Tommy Collingwood coming through? Hooked out the play by Obregon. And here now is Aschebrook. Aschebrook called for the tail. Left it behind. Onetto is there. We're into 30 seconds left before the buzzer. Onetto with the drive towards the goal is going to go close. It's going to run. It's running all the way. And it's going to be there for Tommy Collingwood with the score. And that could well be the winning goal of this game. And it's Brook Polo who have their noses just in front. Tommy Collingwood running through. Seconds remaining. G squared, they need it. Ball is back in play, and it's going to be there with Collingwood again. And Collingwood needs just to send the ball long down the ground, which he does. And there's a long way back now for Matias Obregon. He watches the ball go over backline, and you feel that will be that for this game. And it is going to be G squared who were in the lead so early on in this game, who are going to taste defeat for the first time in this tournament. And it is indeed one more play. A couple of players thought it was over here, but they do play the full final 30 seconds. Ball sent down the ground. 5 seconds. Can they get there? It's a case of not fouling. 3 seconds. And it's there with Gutierrez. Picks it up. Bouncing ball, but too late. And it is Brook Polo who take home the win. 11 goals to 10. What a game here in this last Brisas Chicago Polo 12-goal challenge. Brook Polo 11, G squared 10. What a game.